The Lantern and the Forgotten Path. Deep in the heart of Eldenwood, where the trees whispered secrets and the air smelled of damp earth and ancient magic, there was a path that no one walked anymore. Old maps still marked it, but travelers claimed it led to nowhere, just an endless stretch of mist and shadows. No one remembered where it once led, and over time, it was simply forgotten. Except by Mira. Mira had grown up in the village at the forest's edge, raised on stories of lost roads and hidden worlds. While others feared the unknown, she felt drawn to it. She would trace the faded lines of the path on old maps, dreaming of where it might lead. So when she discovered a strange lantern buried beneath the roots of an oak tree, its glass unbroken, its metal untouched by rust, she knew it was meant for her. That night, as the village slept, curiosity won. She took the lantern to the edge of the woods, struck flint to its wick, and watched as a pale blue flame flickered to life. The light cast long shadows, stretching like grasping hands, and when she turned back to the forgotten path, it was no longer forgotten. The narrow trail, once barely visible, blazed before her, lined with golden autumn leaves that had not been there moments before. The trees stood taller, their trunks twisted and ancient, their branches arching like cathedral ceilings. The air shimmered as though filled with unseen magic. The lantern pulsed in her hand, its glow guiding her. Then came the whispers, soft at first, like wind through reeds, then clearer, voices calling her name. Mira! She stepped carefully, her heart pounding. The path wound through the trees, the mist shifting like something alive. And then, just ahead, she saw a bridge of woven vines arching over a dark, still river. Beyond it, a village flickered into view, houses built into trees, their windows glowing with warm candlelight. People moved through the streets, their clothes shimmering like woven moonlight. They saw her, and they gasped. "She carries the lantern," someone whispered. An elder stepped forward, his face lined with age, but his eyes bright. "You have returned." Mira clutched the lantern. "I don't understand." The elder's voice was gentle. "This is the lantern of passage. Long ago, it guided travelers between our world and yours until it was lost. Without it, the path faded. We became forgotten." He bowed his head. "But you have remembered." A shiver ran through Mira. Had this place always been here, hidden just beyond the mist, waiting for someone to find it again? The elder reached out, resting a hand on the lantern, and warmth rushed through her. In that moment, she saw visions of what once was, a time when villagers from both sides walked freely between worlds, sharing stories, songs, and wisdom. A time before the mist, a time before forgetting. Mira lifted the lantern higher, and across the river, the mist began to clear. The path, once lost, was no longer forgotten, and neither was the village. A decision rested in her heart. Would she return home and tell others of this place? Or would she stay, a keeper of the path, ensuring it was never lost again? The lantern's glow reflected in her eyes, and deep down she knew this was only the beginning, the end.